If you've been wondering why some people just seem to flow through life, opportunities fall into their lap, money seems to find them, relationships blossom without struggle, while others push and push but never get anywhere, let me tell you something important. It's not luck. It's not chance. It's not even hard work. It's the way they're speaking to the universe. Now, before we go any further, I want you to do something right away. In the description below, you'll see a link to the free Mindset Transformation Kit. Download it. Don't wait until later, because as we move through these rules, you'll see how critical it is to retrain your mind, and that kit gives you the tools to get started. All right, let's get into it. Your focus is everything. You don't become what you want. You become what you focus on. Imagine you're driving down a highway. The car will follow your eyes. If you keep staring at the ditch, sooner or later, you'll drift right into it. That's not bad luck. That's the law of focus at work. Now, the same law applies to your life. Whatever you put your attention on expands. If you spend your days thinking about how broke you are, you'll see more evidence of being broke. If you keep talking about how unfair your boss is, you'll find more unfairness. But if you shift that focus, even slightly, toward opportunity, toward growth, toward possibility, suddenly you'll see doors you never noticed before. Let me share something with you. Years ago, I used to walk around saying, I can't afford this, I can't afford that. That thought ran through my mind like a program, and the truth is, I couldn't afford much. But one day I caught myself. I realized I was programming my mind to look for lack. And what happens when you look for lack? You find it everywhere. I started shifting it. Instead of saying, I can't afford that, I began asking, how can I afford it? Just that question, just that change in focus, lit up parts of my mind that had been asleep. Suddenly, I saw opportunities I had overlooked. Ideas started coming, and slowly my financial situation began to change. Not because money fell from the sky, but because my focus changed, and the universe mirrored it back to me. You see, the universe is like a giant photocopier. It doesn't decide for you. It doesn't edit what you give it. It just copies and returns what you put out. If you focus on debt, it brings you more situations that look like debt. If you focus on growth, it multiplies your growth. Here's the truth most people miss. It's not about ignoring your problems. It's about deciding what deserves your energy. Your energy is your life currency. You can spend it on worry, fear, gossip, or you can invest it in vision, gratitude, and action. Either way, the universe will multiply whatever you put in. So ask yourself today, what am I focusing on? Because that, more than anything else, is what you're speaking into the universe. Now listen carefully. This rule alone can change the whole trajectory of your life if you truly understand it. Most people talk about what they want as if it's somewhere off in the distance, something they'll get someday, and that's exactly why it never arrives. You've heard people say, I will be successful one day. I will be happy. I hope I'll get that promotion. Maybe I'll find love someday. Do you know what's really being said there? What's hidden inside those words? The hidden message is, I don't have it right now. And the universe, which only responds to the vibration you're in at this very moment, takes that signal and reflects it back. So what do you get? More waiting. More not yet. More of the same. Here's the key. The universe doesn't understand someday. It only understands now. So if you want success, you've got to declare it in the present tense. I am successful. Not I will be. Not maybe. Right now. Speak it. Claim it. Live in it. I can hear the objection already. But Bob, isn't that lying to myself? What if I'm broke? How can I say I'm wealthy? What if I'm lonely? How can I say I'm loved? Here's what you've got to understand. You're not lying. You're planting. You're planting seeds of a new reality. The present tense is the language of your subconscious mind. It doesn't argue. It doesn't debate. It simply accepts. And once it accepts, it goes to work aligning your actions, your awareness, and your opportunities with that statement. Think of it this way. When a child first calls themselves a student, they may not know much yet. They might not be able to read or write fluently, but by declaring themselves a student, they step into that identity and everything else follows. When a young athlete says, "I am a runner," they may not be fast yet, but that declaration sets their body, mind, and habits into motion. It's the same with you. When you say, "I am confident," even if you don't fully feel it yet, you're stepping into that identity. And the more you repeat it, the more natural it becomes. Here's a personal story. When I first began teaching these principles, I wasn't well known. I didn't have packed seminars. But I didn't say, "I will be a great teacher someday." No, I said, "I am a great teacher. I am a world-class mentor." Did I feel it in the beginning? Not always. But the more I lived in that declaration, the more I grew into it. And the universe mirrored that back. Opportunities to speak, to teach, to write. They began to show up one after another. That's the magic of present tense. It shifts you from waiting to creating. Now let me give you something practical you can use today. Take one area of your life you've been stuck in. Maybe it's health. Instead of saying, "I will lose weight," you say, "I am a healthy person making powerful choices right now." Notice the shift? One is a wish, the other is an identity. And identity is what drives lasting change. Another example, instead of saying, "I hope I find love," you say, "I am loved. I radiate love, and it comes back to me." Suddenly, your body language changes. The way you walk into a room changes. People pick up on it, and they respond. Do you see how this works? You're no longer begging for something in the future. You're embodying it now. And when you embody it, the universe aligns with it. Let me repeat this because it's vital. The universe doesn't give you what you want, it gives you what you are. And the way you declare who you are is through present tense. So starting today, cut the someday language out of your vocabulary. Stop saying "I will." Stop saying "maybe." Stop saying "hopefully." Those words are signals of lack, and lack only produces more lack. Replace them with "I am." I am successful. I am strong. I am capable. I am worthy. And listen, this isn't about arrogance. This isn't about pretending you're something you're not. This is about aligning yourself with truth. Because deep down, you already have the seed of success, love, wealth, and health inside you. The "I am" statements water those seeds. Now let me pause here for a moment. If you're ready to take this to the next level, don't just nod your head. Go to the description right now and download the free Mindset Transformation Kit. It will walk you through how to write and practice these affirmations, how to rewire your subconscious with present tense language, and how to turn this from theory into practice. Most people live in a very small box. They think life is linear. Wake up, go to work, pay the bills, go to bed. But that's only a fraction of what's available. Awareness is like the lens of a camera. If the lens is dirty or narrow, your view is limited. You don't see clearly. But when you widen the lens, when you clean it, suddenly you capture a bigger picture. Opportunities you never noticed come into focus. Here's the truth. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. If you believe life is tough, it shows up tough. If you believe opportunities are everywhere, you'll start spotting them. Nothing out there changes first. It always begins with what's inside. Be here for a moment. If you're ready to take this to the next level, don't just nod your head. Go to the description right now and download the free Mindset Transformation Kit. It will walk you through how to write and practice these affirmations, how to rewire your subconscious with present tense language, and how to turn this from theory into practice. How do you expand awareness? Start by asking better questions. Instead of saying, "Why does this always happen to me?" Ask, "What is this situation teaching me?" Instead of saying, "I have no options," ask, "What option am I not seeing yet?" The moment you change the question, you open a new door. I'll tell you this. When I started questioning old beliefs about money being scarce or success being only for certain people, I realized those weren't facts. They were stories I inherited. And the moment I let go of them, my results shifted. So rule number 3 is simple. Clean your lens, widen your view. The universe has more for you, but you can only receive it to the extent that you're aware it exists. There's a voice inside you that never shouts, but it never lies. It's not your ego, it's not fear, it's your inner compass, the part of you connected to the infinite. The problem is, most people are too busy listening to outside noise. They listen to critics, to headlines, to people who gave up on their own dreams. And when you let that noise guide you, you drift further from who you really are. Here's what I want you to remember. Your feelings are feedback. If something excites you, if it feels expansive, that's the universe nudging you forward. If it feels heavy, contracted, draining, that's a signal to let it go. I learned long ago that logic can trap you, but intuition will free you. Every breakthrough in my life came not from overthinking, but from listening to that quiet nudge and acting on it. So rule number 4 is this. Learn to trust your inner guidance. Don't silence it. Don't rationalize it away. That's the universe speaking through you, and it will never mislead you. If there's one thing I've learned in all my years of study, it's this. Your subconscious mind is the most powerful broadcasting system you'll ever have. It never sleeps. It never takes a vacation. And here's the kicker. It doesn't argue. It simply accepts whatever you feed it. Most people walk around with a subconscious full of programs they didn't even choose. Hand-me-down beliefs from parents, teachers, the media. Money is hard to earn. Don't expect too much. Stay in your lane. And because those ideas are repeated over and over, they sink deep and they run on autopilot. That's why so many people live on repeat. Same struggles, same results, year after year. But here's the good news. You can overwrite those old programs. How? Through repetition. Think of your subconscious like the soil. Whatever you plant in it consistently will grow. Plant fear, doubt, and scarcity. That's what you'll harvest. Plant confidence, faith, and abundance. That's what will flourish. But you don't plant a seed once and walk away. You water it daily. You nurture it. That's repetition. When I wanted to change my own paradigm, I didn't just read affirmations once. I repeated them morning and night. I wrote them out. I spoke them with emotion. I felt the words until they weren't just words. They became my identity. And slowly, my subconscious accepted the new program. Here's something you must understand. The subconscious doesn't respond to empty words. If you say, I am wealthy, but you feel lack in your bones, nothing changes. But if you repeat it while truly stepping into the feeling of abundance, even if only for a few moments, that's when the shift begins. Repetition plus emotion equals transformation. And let me tell you, when your subconscious gets reprogrammed, the universe has no choice but to match it. That's not magic. That's law. So rule number 5 is simple. Decide what you want to believe and repeat it until your subconscious accepts it. Do it until it feels natural. Do it until the old program fades away. Do it until the new reality is the only one you live in. And if you're serious about this, don't just leave it to chance. Use the tools I've put together for you in the free Mindset Transformation Kit. It's linked in the description. Inside, you'll find practical exercises to help you reprogram your subconscious so that repetition becomes effortless and results become inevitable. You've got the 5 rules now. The only thing left is choice. Do you live by them or let them pass by? Remember, the universe is always responding. Focus with intention. Speak as if it's already done. Expand your awareness. Trust your inner compass. Repeat until it becomes who you are. Don't just think about it. Act on it. The universe is listening. Make sure it hears the right message.